let's take a look at a few biconditional statements and determine if they're true. And if they're false, I want us to give an example of why they're false and which direction. Is it the conditional or is it the converse that's actually false? So here's the first example I want us to consider. A rectangle has length 10 and width 3 if and only if it has an area of 30. Well, let's think about that. Let's consider the actual conditional. The conditional would read, if a rectangle has length 10 and width 3, then its area is 30. Well, that's a true statement, in fact, because if you have a rectangle that has length 10 and width 3, its area is 30. What about the converse? Let's take a look at the other direction. If a rectangle has area 30, then it has length 10 and width 3. Now, is that true? Well, it turns out that is not a true statement, and to show you that, all I have to do is produce a counterexample where it's false. And so one way to produce a counterexample where you can see it's false is to consider a very long, a very lengthy, but not very wide rectangle where the length is 15 and the width is 2. What's the area? The area is 15 times 2, which is 30. So check it out. The statement was, if the area of a rectangle is 30, then its length is 10 and its width is 3. We've just produced a rectangle whose area is 30, and yet its length is not 10 and its width is not 3. This is actually a false biconditional statement. Now let's consider this one. So here's the biconditional. Angle ABC is an acute angle, and remember this is the if and only if symbol, so if and only if the measure of angle ABC is less than 90 degrees. So there's two statements here. There's the conditional and its converse. If angle ABC is an acute angle, then the measure of angle ABC is less than 90 degrees. Well, that's a true statement. And the converse, if the measure of angle ABC is less than 90 degrees, then it is an acute angle. Also true. So this biconditional is true. In fact, if you think about it, being an acute angle by definition means that the measure of that angle is less than 90 degrees. So this provides a way of actually writing down definitions. We could express a definition as an if and only if or biconditional statement. Anyway, biconditional statements actually carry within it two statements, a converse and also a conditional. So one statement, no waiting. I'll see you soon.